It's the lead play in our offense.
Double tackle, take the defensive end. If he's over him, if he's not, you drive down the first man who is inside. Pull back and tell him to take the first man outside the offensive tackle. No one goes. Go right by them and field inside. If the YN has the linebacker taken out, he cuts inside. If the YN has the linebacker in, he comes all the way around. So look at this play. What we're trying to get is a seal here and a seal here, and try to run this play in the alley.
What's up, guys? Welcome into Packers Total Access. My name is Clayton. You can check us out on packernet.com. You can find me on Twitter at Packers_access. You can email us, PackersTotalAccess@gmail.com. You can text us, 865-658-5824. I'm joined alongside Tim live in Green Bay. We've got Emilio down here in Tennessee still munching on a burrito. Glad to have him this season. We're going to do a little chalk talk. Before we do that, though, let's get things kicked off right here, guys. We're going to put in some work tonight, man. It's going to be a tough night, a lot of clips. We got 16 clips to get to, but first things first, let's let A.J. Dillon kick this thing off.
John Deere green on a hot summer night. Hero Billy Bob loves Charlene.
Don't get any better than that, boys. Y'all ready to get to farming?
I love it.
It's funny, everybody coming here for chalk talk, and I'm just going to put the farming simulator.
Yeah, we're out here harvesting.
You gotta love it, man. I absolutely love AJ
sure.
AJ Dillon. I'm so glad to see him playing better. Anyway, let's do this. We're going chalk talk, guys. Packers Chiefs, obviously huge win at Lambeau Field on Sunday Night Football. The whole purpose of chalk talk, like we always say, is to kind of talk about the game flow rather than just cherry picking one or two plays and going, okay, look, this guy did this good, this guy did this bad, to try to prove a point or a player we like or dislike. What I like to do is go through and find the explosive plays, find the scoring drives, and try to determine, okay, what were the most important plays of the game, right? You may see one or two plays, or you might not see one or two plays, on this clip, on this breakdown, that you'll say, oh, man, I really wanted to see that broke down. The reason I didn't pick it probably was because, one, it wasn't an explosive play. It wasn't a scoring play. It wasn't on a scoring drive. On defense, it's kind of the latter, right? Or kind of the opposite, I should say. You might get a huge sack that ended the drive, that type of thing, but we'll also cover some of the negatives as well. But the whole purpose is to come out with the understanding of what happened on Sunday night and why did it happen. Okay, that's the goal here. So with that being said, just want to kind of give full disclosure here. The stream probably will drop. It will trigger a copyright most likely because it's NFL films footage, right? NFL footage, I should say. So the stream will drop. It'll come right back up. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't happen a lot. Last time we did Chalk Talk, it didn't happen one time. One time before, it did it like 7 times. So if you get frustrated and can't handle the stream dropping and say, I'm not going to deal with it tonight, as soon as we're done broadcasting, the full version of the video will be live, and it will have already cleared copyright for all of the copyright hits that takes place. So with that being said, you'll be able to watch it in its entirety as soon as we wrap up. Okay. So hopefully you guys hang around. If so, we're going to get back to the chat immediately following it. Got a lot to hit on. So hopefully we can get this thing in like we did last time, Tim, but I definitely want to get your all's takes along the way. So without further ado, whatever the heck that means, here we go. Just confirm you guys can see this on the screen.
Can. Affirmative.
All right, let's clear the throat. Going to be a lot of talking. I got some diesel over here. I got some water to back that up. I think we are ready to go. So first things first, right here in the first quarter as we dive in, first play, 13:42 left. Packers have the ball, obviously, 0-0 score. This is a first down. Packers come out in a 21 ace nasty. We're going to go H shift left, play action, double sift, curls, H leak, T shoot, okay? And I really want you to key in on Christian Watson's route running ability and how it's improved when we get to the next camera angle, okay? But first of all, what does all that mean here? 21, you're going, but there's only one back set, Clayton. This is ace. How's it 21? There's one running back. There's Henry Pearson, okay? So that's your 21 look, right? Here's your tight end over here playing off and a little bit detached, right? So ace nasty, obviously nasty means they're inside the numbers. Those are nasty splits, right? So the whole set is a nasty set. We're going to go play action double sift. I didn't put on the screen, but it's basically a yo-yo motion, what I refer to as yo-yo. Henry Pearson's going to motion across, and then he's going to yo-yo back, block, and then, kind of that sift block, and then he's going to leak out, okay? The double sift action is the other tight end is going to come across and sift block, okay? So you're going to go play action, and then we're going to go run curls with H leak, which is the H up top to the flat, right? And then you're going to have T shoot. So the play action is going to go to Dylan, and he's going to run a shoot route out here. Not necessarily a flat. If it was a flat, it would be a lot shallower. The shoot is just kind of a diagonal shoot towards the sideline, right? With the curls aspect, they're going to be these deep curls. Guys, they've run these a lot this year. They did it a lot last year as well. And the reason being is you're trying to sell that deep route. You want the safeties to think this is going to be a shot play. And as soon as they flip their hips, then you're going to turn it back underneath for a curl. And really what Jordan's doing here, he's got his safety valve, 2 safety valves underneath, but he's trying to sell this play fake, and then he's looking to read Watson here. As soon as the safety flips his hips, he's going to hammer it with a timing route on the curl. So this isn't necessarily a run 10 yards, run 12 yards, and turn around. It's Watson kind of running it with a choice aspect to as soon as the safety flipping his hips, right? This was a huge play to kind of set the tone for the night. Let's run it here. You see the yo-yo. He slips. It's all right, though. He recovers. There you see the sift. Now you see the leak. Ball comes out on time. Bang. Great hand sketch by Christian Watson. Absorbed the hit and makes the play. Let's go to a different angle here. I want you to key in on the safety right here. See number 6? I'm going to slow it way down. I want you to watch him. Look how he's square on Watson right now, okay? At some point, he's got to determine, all right, this dude's got a ton of speed. I'm going to have to flip my hips and go because he's taking a shot here, right, on a shot play. Watch him. As soon as he flips his hips, look at Christian Watson. Perfect route ran right there. That's how you run that thing. Make him turn those hips. Look at Jordan putting the ball out on the money, on time, doing that so much better now. Great play to set the tone right there on a first down. That's what you're looking for to get the defense on their heels right off the bat, man.
So great to see that ball out before Scoot even turns around. I mean, it's right. Look at that. Beautiful.
Yep.
And that's all it takes. Is the safety turning his hips, and that gives you that half a second to catch the ball.
Yep. That's it, man.
Yep.
Huge play there. So let's move along here. Not a whole lot to the play, but like I said, man, it's just the timing aspect of Jordan's game along with Christian Watson's improved route running is absolutely huge. Okay, this one gets a little bit of a jump start, but we got another angle we'll hit on. Let me explain what this is. We're going 23, U70, I left, power G, play action, boot slide right, okay? Or you can just call it boot slide right. Let's talk about what it means. First of all, you're going, okay, what is 23 U70, Clayton? All right, 2 running backs, right? There's your 20. So here's 2 running backs, 3 tight ends, but there's a trick here. The reason it's U70, this tight end right here who reported as eligible, the box score confirmed that, or the play-by-play in the box score confirmed that, that's Royce Newman. So they put Royce Newman in as an eligible tight end on this play. So you're going 23 U70, I left, okay? Why is that I left? Let's clear it off. You got an I formation, right? Your back's an I set, and the strong side of the formation is where your extra tight end, your U tight end, and obviously the other tight end, that would be your strong side. So we would say I left, power G. What's power G mean? Power G is you're doing a play action power, right, where the guard's pulling. That's where the G comes from, G for guard, okay? Now, boot slide right. What does that mean? This is a simple concept. You're going to fake the handoff, and you're going to bootleg out left, right? And as he bootlegs out left, this blocker right here is going to, the tight end is going to block. It's Ben Sims, and then he's going to release, right? Now, the slide aspect, your Y tight end is going to come over the top, and you basically got 2 options here. The goal is to get the entire defense to pull up, and really, this is your conflict defender right here on the end, okay? You're trying to get him to bite on this play fake. Let's watch it in full motion. We've got multiple angles, but you see Jordan does a great job selling it. 51 taken completely out of the play. I mean, that's like stealing a Mountain Dew from a baby right there, dude. That's so easy. Now, watch this next angle here. This is really cool. I kept the Ben Sims Lambeau leap in. I just had to see it, man.
That.
Yeah, got to have that. It's good for the soul. All right, so this next angle here, this is your box cam. Another good look. Again, 23 U70. There's your U, right? Your U70 look. Again, your guard right here, John Runyon, is going to pull over, and that's going to be your power G. You got your eye left. You know what all that means. Again, we're going to boot right, slide, attack 2 different spots in the end zone, right? Kind of like a little high-low read. And in some cases, those guys will fade back and the quarterback just takes it in. That's an option as well. Look at that sell fake right there. This is what you were talking about, Tim.
Yep.
Watch him sell this fake, man. You love to see it. Look at 51.
Yep.
Like, he is like, what? Okay, he's beelining here. He's not out here, right?
I like this too as it rolls forward real quick. Right there, pause it. Okay, go back to before the release.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. Take your pick, Jordan Love.
Yeah,
you want to hit Tucker Kraft with a dart? You could hit Tucker Kraft with a dart too.
You sure could.
You got 2 tight ends running butt naked through the trailer park. Thank you, Matt LaFleur.
Beautiful play call, man. Beautiful setup, everything. And there's a couple more points here. Check this out. Look at A.J. Dillon selling Kirby vacuum cleaners over here, man. Watch A.J. Dillon and how he sells this. He has 2 guys try to tackle him in the hole, and he doesn't even have the ball. This is freaking sweet right here. Watch A.J. bounce in there and take 1 for the team. Take 2 for the team. Look at it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You love to see it. One more angle, too.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
And all the line action coming across, too. Everyone's biting the cell on the run there.
Yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out because look at number 51, like a fart in a fan factory. Watch 51 on the edge right here. Look at him right here. He's like, oh, crap.
Uh-oh.
That is the point of, oh, crap.
Yeah, it's JRJ and it's AJ Dillon really selling this. And then 100%. Of course Sims doing the good job of making himself look like a blocker as long as possible and then releasing.
Definitely, yeah. Now, Ben Sims, wasn't nothing really hard about what he had to do. He just sopped it all up with a biscuit, get the tutter, and that's what it's designed to do, right? So, All right. So right here, we're going to go there's 2:54 left in the first quarter. We're up 7-0, okay? Obviously, went down on that opening drive. Look how much clock we ate out, right? And now you ate all that clock off, and now look at Kansas City. It took all this time to get back down the field. There's only 2:54 left in the first quarter. This is what we were talking about, man. Just chewing up the clock constantly, right? We're coming out with a 34 jam look. All right, there's going to be 3 down linemen. You got 5 on the line of scrimmage making it jam. And notice Lucas Van Ness here too. He done this a lot on Sunday night. Puts his hand in the dirt. Some people could argue this is a 4-3 now. I think it's silly because he's still playing outside linebacker. Whether your hand's in the dirt or not, I still consider it a 34. But let's kind of roll it forward here. And this is a negative play for us, okay? Obviously, this is one of the run plays that set up their first field goal. And that's why I'm showing it because, again, if you see it, you got to say it, right? What happened? Why did it happen? Why are we giving up these explosive plays on the ground? The thing that stood out to me was Dre Campbell, right, is in the same gap as LVN. He gets pulled too far outside. Quay's slow to the point. He's too high when he reaches the guard. It's almost like you don't even see the offensive lineman that's getting to the next level. It might even be a tackle. And he's got bad hands on the play as well. Let's watch it unfold here. So first things first, keying on Dre, you're going to see them shift. This is Dre. This is Quay. All right. What you're going to see Dre do, first of all, Van Ness, he's got this out here. He's going to set the edge and kind of play this outside edge, right? Dre's job is to be patient and then aggressive, shoot your shot when it's time to shoot your shot. What he ends up doing is getting pulled outside, right? Quay's a little late to the point because he's kind of playing this inside gap right here. And by the time he gets over, the lineman is on him. But key in first things first on Dre Campbell right here. You'll get another angle here in a minute that's much better. But you see now Lucas Van Ness kind of pops out, starts to put his hand down. Look at Dre. Look how far Dre is out.
Yep.
Right? Lucas Van Ness is the one setting the edge over there, right? And he's got it set perfectly. Look at Dre. He's completely out.
Dre just got washed out of the play. He just washed himself out of the play.
Right. This is the stuff that Matt LaFleur is talking about that's frustrating because, everybody's assigned to a gap here, right? And look at Quay. Watch Quay now. This is what I was talking about. Watch him get to the point late. Like you got to shoot that shot right there, man. You got to be aggressive. At this point right here, when you're reading run, LVN's setting the edge. You've seen Dre now get outside. You got to fire inside here, man.
And especially knowing J.O.'s right there.
Yeah, watch J.O. He's still in the backside. You're good, right?
Yeah.
You got more than enough bodies in the box.
It's almost like Quay was following Dre. He was trying to following the spot that Dre left.
Yep. This is what you've been seeing with Quay and why he's grading out so low with PFF in his run defense. But watch this lineman get up on him. It's almost like he doesn't even see him. Look.
Yep.
Right.
That can't happen.
His eyes are on the ball carrier.
Yep. You just got to shoot that shot, man. And again,
Yep.
Dre's late to the punch there, obviously. Originally, I thought Anthony Johnson Jr. missed his spot. It wasn't on him. It was definitely on Dre and Quay.
And that's Travis Kelce blocking Quay right there. You need to put that. You need to put that boy on his keister. Get off that block.
Definitely. Now this
Tight
next
end. That's not a lineman. That's a tight end blocking you.
Right. Right here, I want you to key in on Devontae White. He doesn't do him any favors here. You want to know why he gets a low run grade all the time as well? Watch him. You know how I talk about he plays kind of reckless. He kind of plays a little bit too aggressive for the run game. When you're in a 34 front, especially kind of a jam variety, whether you consider this jam or not, I do anytime you've got 5 defenders on the line of scrimmage and you've got a nose tackle over the center within the A gap, I consider this a jam look. Look at all the bodies in the box. What else is Joe Barry supposed to do in this situation?
But he plays with a light box, Clayton. I thought he always plays with a light box.
Drives me crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Watch our boy White. He's going to get too far in here, right? That's going to allow these guys to 64 to come around, and they're just going to wall him off, right? Dre's going to pop out here. Quay's going to be late to the punch, and then this guy's going to pull off block Quay, and there's your gap, and you can run for days. The one who plays this perfect, in my opinion, or shows a good rep, is Jonathan Owens getting over here and sealing the inside. If the two backers, if Quay and Dre do their job here, this is a great defensive stop. But let's roll it here real slow. I want you to key in on Devontae White, the one I just highlighted there on the interior. Watch him right there. See?
Yep.
Now he's inside. He's sealed off. There's still a lot of bodies there. And look at Lucas Van Ness holding the point of attack, man. He's out there, right? But that right there, this is what I'm talking about on the tape. I promise you, Joe Barry didn't draw it up for Devondre Campbell to be back here hitting absolutely.
Can you go back pre-snap real quick? Because
Yeah.
it looks like if we look pre-snap, watch Campbell's head here. He's confused up until the point of snap. Look, he's communicating. Quay's looking. They're all in the ball snapped while they're communicating.
Right. Yeah. Once they engage, Clayton, pause it. Right there. I mean, look at that gap Campbell could fill. And Quay can fill the gap to the left of the center there. So if you fill those two holes right there, everyone's got a gap. So now, if they're coming downhill, like we want to see a little bit more, that's where you're hitting that hole.
Yep.
Get in right. Quay would be on the backside of the guard by the time he crosses. He'll be right off his back hip, and he'll blow it up in the backfield.
It looks like LVN and JO were the only two on assignment here.
And here's the thing, too. Rewind back to Mike Wall's live comments on Sunday night. I'll tell you somebody who will fill that gap, and he did it over and over and over when he was in the starting lineup, is McDuffie.
Yep.
And that's why he said, I think it's time to go to McDuffie. This is what he's talking about. Think of what McDuffie would have done here. McDuffie isn't like this world-class player, but by God, when he reads run, he's in here, bro.
Right.
He's wasting no time. And you just see them. They're just kind of, That ain't how you attack the run, man.
Right. And really, it doesn't look like a pass blocking set at all. Once they double team and start stacking forward, you're really not seeing anything else, and they're already 2 yards downfield. So,
It's tough, man. It's a tough rep.
Yeah.
You're right. There's nothing there that says pass. So there's no reason to not
off LVN to the second level too. So man, that's just tough.
And this sets up later in the game why they continue to lean on Pacheco in the run, because that's what was working.
Yep, absolutely, man. No doubt about it. All right, so fast forward. We got down 1st and goal, right? So bend but don't break, right? Explosive play on the ground. We showed why, blown assignments, bad run gap integrity, whatever you want to call it. So now they've got a 1st and goal from the 5. Surely this is a tutter, right? They're going to get in. We come out in a nickel 2-4-5. All right. Obviously, 2 down linemen. You got your 4 up, not him. I did it earlier too. Right. Here's your 4 linebackers. There's your 2 down linemen. Okay. Notice how the safety's in the box, playing with a heavy box again. Right. Got in here. You're ready to pinch down. We're running a cover 3 zone match essentially. Now, when you're snugged up like this, that's might as well be man, but you're seeing some zone match principles back here. These guys are in zone match. Right. And really what this comes down to, in my opinion, is just LVN winning his matchup. Watch LVN up top. Again, look at him. He's the outside linebacker, hand in the dirt. Essentially, some would refer to this as a 3-3 Cub, and they would call it a 3-3 Cub Sam, a Sam 3-3 Cub, because basically Rashawn Gary is the Sam backer on the heavy side of the formation. Even though there's no tight end, he would be considered the Sam on the line. They're doing more of this, but again, watch LV in here. He's going to go with a punch, dip, and rip. All right, watch how quick he gets off the ball. Little motion. Motion confused the Packers bad on Sunday night too. But look, punch. See how he initiates contact first. Look at the base of the left tackle. They don't teach it like that, guys.
Yep.
He already punched him in the mouth. He's going to dip, and then there's the rip. See it? Rip underneath that arm. So you literally break any bit of strength that they have as far as extending their arm and getting you blocked out. And then LVN finishes the play, of course. I want you to look at Patrick Mahomes when he gets up. Think about how quick that play happened. Matter of fact, let me take it back just a second. Watch how fast LVN gets to the quarterback here, guys. There was some coverage sacks. There was a couple times there was coverage sacks. This isn't one. Watch LVN right here. This is what you drafted this guy for. Look how quick he's back. It's 75%. He's on him. Right?
And look at his head prior to the snap. I mean, his eyes, he is watching that center's hand.
And look at this right here. Y'all remember
that ball.
Remember the Sunday Night Football image of Travis Kelce doing his bow and arrow celebration?
Yeah.
Look at right there. It. My man hit him with it. Look, Pat's like, what the hell was that? What? That's the look you're looking for right there, boys. Look at LVM. Punch, dip, rip. It's over. Legs never stop moving. That's exactly how you coach it. Starting to put a couple tools in the bag, baby. I'm telling you. It's exciting. So that was first down, right? So bend but don't break, right? Now they're pushed back to the 9-yard line. Now it's 3rd and goal, okay? We come out again. Remember everybody complaining about us playing too soft down here inside the 10, guys? Well, look, we're doing it again. Why didn't anybody complain on Sunday? Because it worked. Yep. They don't complain when it works, right? 2 down linemen. Remember the media making a big stink about 2 defensive linemen inside the 10? There it is again. Why didn't they complain? Because it worked. So we're going nickel 2-4-5 quarters zone match. And what I want you to key in on here in just a second, as we get closer to the snap, you're actually going to see Ballantyne is going to come up here on the line and play press on Travis Kelce. Now, his goal is to press him, and he's going to try to stay outside with outside leverage. And what you're essentially doing with this quarters here, right? These guys are in quarters. It's basically spot drop. Well, no, this is zone match, actually. This guy is going to kind of help bracket Kelce as he funnels him inside, right? That's the goal here. But I thought it was really cool to see Ballantyne come up and press him. You'll see it right here. Right there he comes. So he's going to come up and press. I'm going to take it back just a smudge.
See the communication from J.O. too here as he's coming up. He's pointing at Ant Johnson, telling him to stay over there.
Yep, absolutely.
And he did that on 6 seconds on the play clock. So there's no time for Pat Mahomes to make the adjustment. There's nothing else that they can do before this is snapped.
Yep. And look at Quay. Quay showed a little bit of sugar. Look how they ID'd the mock at Quay. Watch this. See him step up, ID the mock. Now look, Quay's just sugaring. All right, I'll get back here. Now you got Ballantyne coming up, late movement. That's what we call sugaring. You guys remember me talking about Chris Jones, and I said, I think that they'll attack a multitude of ways. They'll play him in a wide 9. They'll also play him inside. But the matchup I was worried about is them playing him 4-eye on the inside shoulder of the tackle with a wide 9 combination, because essentially you're taking the center out of the play where he can't help double Chris Jones, right? And the wide 9 is forcing the tackle to fan out where he can't help. So you're essentially getting two ISOs on the outside. Guess what the Packers did? Kenny Clark, 4-eye. Rashawn Gary, wide 9. Check this out. Gary is basically going to do a speed, dip, and rip. Don't focus on anything but Rashawn Gary right now, okay? Watch Rashawn Gary on this speed, dip, and rip. Speed to the outside, dip, rip, beat his guy like a drum. Pat Mahomes makes him miss, right? Now let's rewind it back. Focus nothing but Kenny Clark this time. Watch this bull rush. Guys, seriously, stop what you're doing a second and watch this bull rush. Watch the guard. He looks like he's headbanging at a damn Metallica concert. Watch the right guard right here. This is beautiful, man. I'm going to go 50%. Watch the right guard. Little hands to the face. We won't mention that. But look at Kenny finish it off. I'm telling you, there's an absolutely beautiful rep by both those guys. They are monsters in the pass rush. Mm-hmm. There's that look again. You see it? Pat Mahomes is like, "Boy, hey, hold up! Vegas said 6 points. Vegas said 6. What is this? What are we doing?" Look at this angle off this angle over here. Again, a 4-eye and a wide 9 equals solo blocks if you don't have a chip. There's no chip. Look at this, man. That's just domination, bro. Domination. And it all happened because your rookie pass rusher, number 13 overall pick, Lucas Van Ness, with raw talent and ability, beat their left tackle like a drum early in that red zone appearance. That's how you hold a team to 3 points. And how did they do it? Bend but don't break, quarters inside the 10 that all the Joe Barry haters just absolutely hate. Go ahead.
I was just going to say I like the move to bring, a corner up press on Kelce. One of the ways you limit a guy like that is you cannot allow him free releases off the line of scrimmage. And even if it's a corner or a linebacker, whatever you got to do to get contact on him when the ball snapped is going to help you, especially if you're bracketing. You want him to take as much time to get off that line as possible, and having someone up press to just jam them or even just get in the way is going to help you.
You got to reroute them, man. That's the number one way that you could throw the timing off. And especially when the pass rush is hitting home that quick. I guarantee you, as soon as the ball was snapped, Pat Mahomes looked at Kelce and seen he was being bumped with safety help over the top and went, I got to go somewhere. Oh, well, there's no time to go anywhere else. Ball game, right?
That's right, because that ball would have been out to Kelce immediately if he was a free runner.
Absolutely. Might have even been the hot read there,
Yep.
So we're up 7-3, 13:51 left in the second quarter, right? This is a 2nd and 8. I don't understand why they did this with their – can you guys explain this to me, how they did their down and distance? Does that say 2 degrees Y 8? Have y'all ever seen that before? Amelia?
No.
I see what we're running, though. This is the universal feed. That may be why.
Gotcha.
Look at Tim. There it is. See, I'm a dumb redneck. Didn't know. Had no idea. Tim, that's why you get paid the big bucks, dude. Right. All right. 11 ace. Again, we're up 7-3, 13:51 left in the second quarter. 11 ace, bunch nasty X. You guys know what that is. So basically, Dobbs, who you see here, was right here. So you have bunch nasty X. There's your nasty X split inside the numbers, obviously. We shift to doubles. All right. That's where he going right there. So now he shifts the doubles. Bang, you're reset. Watch Jordan. Can. Right? He's going to can right here. So he cans out. We're going to show you why here in just a second, all right? So now the play becomes, as he cans, we're going play action, F-go, crossers, Y-leak, T-shoot, okay? So essentially what you're going to have here, F-go, your F is your flyer, right? Why is he the flyer? Your X is on the line of scrimmage, opposite the tight end. That makes him the Z. So the guy who just motioned over, he's not lined up in the slot here, right? That's what you refer to as flyer in Matt LaFleur's offense. To the best of my knowledge, that's how it's been explained to me, all right? So we're going F-go, which is just going to be a go route, obviously. You're going to go crossers. So it's going to be a little bit off the screen. He's going to cross, and you're going to have Tay Wicks run a crosser, right? And then you're going to have Y-leak, which is basically going to chip and get to the flat. And then you're going to have play action, which is going to be T-shoot. All right. There's your play design. Now, when we get to the next angle here, I'm going to explain exactly what he's seen here. But here you go, play action. He's going to wait, bang it in there. Look at that throw. Right on the money to Tay Wicks. Right on the money. Now, check this angle out right here. I'm going to explain to you what I think Jordan Love saw here. All right. So he comes to the line. What does he see right here? The strong safety's already tipped his hand. You see the safety is looking back right here. He's communicating now like, all right, yeah, I think what he's saying is I'm going to go ahead and snug up. He knows I'm coming because basically he came to the line, did a little hard count, and the safety started to creep up. This is the stuff that Peyton and Eli talk about where they tip their hand. Essentially, they started about right here. So you're showing shell coverage, right? Which would mean middle field open, correct? Anytime you're in shell, you say middle field open. Anytime you're in single high look, one on the shelf, you say middle field close. So you come out showing middle field open, but this safety, because the hard count, started to tip his hand. Jordan now knows right here. Jordan now knows middle field closed. All right. So he cans to double crosser, right? Go out here, chip to the flat, play action, shoot. All right. Why did he do that? Because if it's middle field closed, then what you're essentially going to have now is you've got a shot play if you want it. If the safety bails out, guess what's open?
Yep.
Right. So that's what you're seeing. Let's roll the tape. I think that's what Jordan's seen there. He see the safety's up now, middle field closed, middle field closed. See it? Safety's deep, single high, bang. Look at that. And here's the thing too. When you look at this corner, how he played it, watch him. He's kind of carrying here, probably a little miscommunication. At this point here in just a second, he goes, oh, crap. He knows right there he's got. Mm-hmm. So Jordan's got a couple of different options here. We know it's middle field close, so you're going to attack the outside. You're either going to throw to one of those three spots right there. You got three options. Take your pick. And I love how there's no hesitation from Jordan, telling you he's playing so on time right now. It's not even funny. Look at when the ball comes out. He knows right what he wants. Bang it in there. Beautiful throw. And Tay Wicks is a natural, man. Watch his route running right here. This is really cool. Look how fluid he is, Tim. Now I'll get your take on it. We can rewind it back. Oh, here we go. This is even better view. I forgot I did this. Let's nerd out here for a second. So 43 sugars. You're going to see 43 creep up here, and he's going to sugar a blitz, right? So Jordan, what he's doing right here, when you hear fans get mad that they're waiting until the 1 second on the play clock to snap the ball, they're gathering information. That's what they're doing. If you just go out there and snap the ball with 7-8 seconds left on the play clock, you don't even give yourself a chance to allow the defense to tip their hand with a hard count, any kind of motion or anything, right? So you're going to see 43 sugar, okay? And when he does it, Jordan actually gives a little hard count, and he's looking. You'll see him peek right here. Watch 50. Notice the feet of 43 when he creeps up, and notice the feet of 50. These are the little nuances, the tendencies that you want to study, during the week and try to pick up on what the defensive players do. Notice the difference. 43. Now look right there. You think he's blitzing? He ain't blitzing. Look at him. All the weight is on his front foot, ready to push back. Look at 50's feet. Look right here. It's the little things, guys. It's a game of inches pre and post snap. Watch his feet. Oh yeah, he's ready. He's ready. He's getting ready to go. So what's Jordan? What did he do? He sees that. Sees the safety moving up. Remember what we said about 21? Sees him moving up. All right, guys, you know what? Let's can it. Their middle field closed. They ain't fooling nobody. They can take that Kirby down the street. Here we go. Reset the protection. We're good. Bang. Play action. There's your shoot. Just wait for it to develop. Right on the money, on time, Tay Wicks. So fluid, man. So
fluid. That remind you of anybody?
I'm telling you, dude, it does, Tim. Emilio, watch this, man.
I mean, Wicks with the route is like if he runs that route wrong, it doesn't work.
Right. And notice how there's no fear in where are the bodies across the field. There's no hesitation at all. Even sells it a little bit long right there for you. He's just so fluid. Never missed a beat.
No, not at all.
Emilio, his head, you've played football. His head isn't jarring around while he's running, looking to track the ball. Tracks the ball.
It's like he's playing. It's easy for him. He's playing varsity. They're playing JV out there, and it's just that's amazing to see. And what Jordan processed pre-snap there, you went through all of it. You got the safety coming down. You've got 43, sugar in 50, leaning in on his toes. All of that, keep everybody on the same play. We're going to can out of it. It's all of that happened in 5 seconds, and then put the ball out in front of Wicks before he even ran the route.
Yeah, while your left tackle's getting destroyed too, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing that happened to Sheet on that play is that he fell. Thank God he slipped and fell and took that guy with him.
I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to. I'm going to go back. I want you to watch the official. It's almost like the official wanted to throw the flag for holding, but watch how he throws his arm out like, I can't throw that flag. Let me see if I can find the angle. Yeah, this is it right here. Watch the official back here if the camera angle don't change too quick. Watch his arms. As soon as you see them go down, look, he goes, I can't throw that. He just fell, idiot.
He had both hands off of him. He wasn't even engaged with him, and he just fell backwards.
Right. I thought that was funny, man, because I looked at the official like, man, that would have sucked if he threw a hold call, but he really did just fall. And you see the official's like, I can't help you, bub. Sorry. Like,
but this pre-snap read, man, and the can and the adjustment, that's 3 years of sitting behind AR-12. I don't care what anybody says. That's where that comes from. Yeah. Watching, Aaron destroying defenses on a weekly basis. And this is how he used to do it. And we all know that unwritten rule in the NFL, right? You know, you can snap that ball with 0 on the play clock, and they're, 9 out of 10 times they're going to give it to you.
Absolutely.
So you want to use every second you can to get as much intel as possible.
Yeah. Look at the spiral too. It's simple, but look at that spiral.
That's what we call spinning it, boys and girls.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I love it, man. Absolutely.
Look at him secure that ball. That ball's punched out for sure.
Yep.
Strong hands by Tay Wicks right there.
Absolutely, man. You love to see it. All right, so later that drive, 10:44 left in the second quarter. We nerded out a little too long there. I love it, man. I wouldn't have it any other way. 3rd and 5, right? 3rd and 5. Here's what we got. We got 11 gun doubles, strong right, cans 2, nasty left switch, flat dig, Z cross, max protect. All right, so again, we're in 11 gun doubles, strong right, and he's going to can 2, nasty left switch. So I want you to key in up here. When he cans, you're now going to see Romeo Doubs come down here to the nasty split, right? And they're going to run a switch concept. It's very subtle, but it's important, okay? So the pass route, essentially, let's go ahead and get him down there. I think I kept the terminology on the screen for me. Let's see here. There's the fake. Yeah, there's the fake snap, right? Hard count. Now we're canning. Romes knows it. All right, we're going nasty. He lines up here now. All right, now the play call is nasty left, switch, flat dig, Z cross, max protect. So the switch concept, right, is essentially when they switch places. It's very subtle, but it's important. Christian is going to run a dig. This is a flat dig, right? So Doubs is going to run a flat, but since it's switch, he's going to get inside here and then go flat, and he's going to switch outside and bring you the dig, he being Christian Watson. All right, on the other side, you've got Z cross. So you got a little climb route, a little crosser here, right? And we're going max protect. What's max protect? The tight end is going to pass set block. The running back is going to pass block. So the whole point here is you're trying to get a window here to hit this crosser, or if they do fade out, if they bail out, then you hammer the flat real quick, right on the 3rd and 5. Put yourself, in a position to maybe even make a shot at the pylon there on a catch and run. And then your last read is going to be Christian Watson. But watch Jordan Love read this out. Okay, look, they're showing a little sugar. You see that sugar right here? Look at him. He looks left here. Look at all these bodies in the direction. I'm going to go red to try to highlight it a little bit better. They're all snug down, right? They're snug down. He immediately knows the flat ain't there, right? So next is going to be the crosser. When he looks here, look where the safety's eyes are, right on the crosser, and you'll see the safety work down in here. So Jordan knows that's not there. Guys, at this point right now, Jordan knows his only option is going to be Christian Watson. And you're okay to take a sack in this spot. So why not climb the pocket? Why not create enough time to try to let Christian work that dig, right? Look at him. Up in the pocket, skip step over A.J. Dillon's leg, bang. This next angle, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It is a thing of beauty, man. Looks so simple, like, oh, he was wide open. Let me show you. He wasn't wide open initially. Again, keep in mind, crosser, right? You're attacking the flat, and Christian's going to get out here and work across the back. So this crosser is actually a little more shallow there, right? Watch Jordan and how quick he processes this, man. This is so impressive. His post-snap read is becoming so good. Right here, sees the safety. See the safety clamping? He knows our only shot is Christian Watson in this window right here. So I've got to buy time, right? And step up. And look at this lightning release, man. Look how quick he gets rid of that ball, bro. Look. He's squared up completely to the line and just bang.
And he's standing right behind Big E. I mean, Elgton Jenkins is right in his grill. Look where he throws that ball right over Big E's
right over
head.
his head. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And here's the other thing. If he rolls right, this play's busted.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely busted. So him stepping up like this is just –
that's what we're talking about. Like right here, when as soon as you see the safety right there, oh, crap, we have nothing. It would be so easy just to panic and go, I got to get out of here. And if he does, he's getting crunched, right? But instead, he's like, you know what, Milio, I'm just going to step right up here in the pocket, get comfortable, skip step, quick release.
That's it. He had faith in the pocket. You knew AJ was coming over to help with Tucker Kraft. All right, they need to double team on this DN because he's a DN that's going to, he goes against tackles every time, so he's got to be ready. At the same time, Christian's up there in the top left. He's fighting through it. That is, past 5 yards all day long. He is fighting through contact until he hits the P of the Packers logo, and then has 5 yards of space because he's just that fast. And Jordan absolutely just hummed it right in there.
And the ball's out as soon as Scoot gets his hand up, instead of waving his hand for 20 minutes and the ball's not out.
Yep. And that's a top 10 defense, guys. Some people would say a top 5 defense. That's what's so exciting. All right, so we're up 14-3, 8:09 left in the second quarter, and now we're on defense. We come out in a nickel 2-4-5. We're playing shell, okay? We're going cover 3 spinner, though. We're going to spin the safety down underneath. We're running zone match, and to me, this looks like a blown coverage. I put 25 meg with a question mark because there's a couple things that would make sense, and if Joe Barry called 25 meg here, then this is a bad call by Joe Barry. I just have a hard time believing it based on what everyone else did on this play. Now, the motion is what creates the confusion. There's no doubt about that. But when I say 25 meg means man everywhere you go, right? So if he's playing 25 meg, he's just going to follow him across. But if that's the case, then someone else has got to fill that void, right? I don't think they're playing 25 meg. I think that Keyshawn kind of panicked when the motion came across. So as you see here, he's going to pick up the outside release guy there as he runs the crosser, and look at that void wide open. Guys, I promise you, I know people like to hate on Joe Barry, but I promise you Joe Barry didn't draw up a play to say, you know what, guys, let's just leave all that open right there. That, my friends, is called a blown coverage. So I wanted to highlight that because that was a big play, right? That was one of the plays that got them on the other side of the 50, got them there to kick another field goal, right? Now watch Dre this time too. Dre doesn't do anybody any favors here. But watch Dre and how he bails out. This is what makes me think it's zone match. If and then. Look at Dre. Dre's bailing to the flat. So if he's not covering that zone, right, and Jonathan Owens isn't supposed to come all the way across and cover that zone, and you see it's cover 3 spinner, he's kind of covering this zone right here. You've got Savage dropping back as a part of the cover 3 look, the deep 3 on the shelf. Who should have been in that zone? Should have been Keyshawn. And there you see him running across the field. You actually see both Keyshawn and Jonathan Owens. Jonathan Owens is catching that crosser as Keyshawn's trailing him in man coverage. So I just have a hard time believing that was a meg call.
Hey Clay, this might be what you were alluding to pre-game about the continuity with guys coming back off of the injury report.
Yeah,
you got Savage in here. I can see why there might be some breakdown.
Yeah, and it is not that Savage did anything wrong there. I don't think he did, but they're all communicating, and if they're not communicating properly, that's how you end up with somebody running butt naked through the trailer park, right? So, so again, a blown coverage, explosive play gets you downfield. They get all this momentum. Now we're back inside the red zone. We're at the 11-yard line. 3:05 left in the second quarter. Green Bay up 14-3. Bend but don't break, baby. Bend but don't break. And guess what we're doing, guys? We're down here in the red zone again, and guess what we're running? Quarters. Look at the shell. 2 on the shelf, right? So you're running quarters here, zone match. Quarters, 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 quarters with zone match principles, of course, and then all these guys underneath as well. Now, why do you do that? Why do you do that? Because when you run – and you're essentially playing the goal line. You're playing the sticks there underneath. And what you're saying is, look, you're going to run out of room sooner or later there, Hosscat. And when you run out of room, we're going to be in your face. And guess what happened right here? Watch 91. Watch our boy Preston Smith on the outside, having a great season, by the way. He's going to do a punch, pull, and swim. And I'll show you up close what that is right here. Look, punch. Watch him grab the back of his shoulder pads. Pull him down, swim over. See how he did the arm over there? That's called a swim move. Look at him swim. Getting held like crazy, but you can't complain because he actually pulled that dude. He almost did a hockey move there, Emilio, where you pull the jersey over the back of the head, and start pounding on him.
Yep, exactly.
Here's a good look. Right? Watch this right here. Punch, pull, and swim. Right? Punch, pull, swim.
Like that old Reggie White move, except Preston's using 2 hands instead of 1.
Love it. Now look at the coverage. Go ahead.
I was saying I watched a highlight clip of Reggie, man, and that is unbelievable that he just one-armed people just all day long. So if we get a sprinkle of that, I'd love to see it.
Well, that wasn't an arm; that was a tree trunk that Reggie White used. That was nothing but a club, man.
if you watch how he did it too, it was because of his base. His base was so strong, dude. His legs, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Mike Wall talking about his first training camp going up against Reggie. I said, what was it like hitting Reggie? He said, Reggie had a different kind of strength. He said, when you hit Reggie, it hurt. Like, it's just like he didn't go anywhere, man.
Even in practice, it hurt.
And again, what do we say all the time? Pressure, pick, coverage, sack, right? In this case right here, notice how much time Mahomes has. He actually has a decent amount of time. Preston didn't do anything crazy here. I mean, look at all the time. This is a coverage sack. Why is it a coverage sack? That silly little quarters defense that everybody hates. Look at this coverage. Look at them rerouting.
And look how many bodies we have back there. Nothing for Travis Kelce at all.
Not a thing, man. That's why you run it. That's how you have one of the best red zone defenses in the league.
And kudos to Preston Smith for going up high on that tackle. Using his height and his size, you can see that tackle just drop his shoulder, and that's when Preston comes right over the top.
Absolutely. Here's another negative play. Okay, we're in the third quarter. First play of the third quarter. This is a 1st and 10 play, right? And it's hilarious. I didn't know what that 1 and everything meant at the bottom down there with the letters. Y'all have to explain this to me. I'm such an idiot. That's hilarious. We're in a 34 jam here, okay? So they're showing a 12 look to the best of my knowledge. Yeah, so there's one tight end. There's Kelce flexed out wide. So we go to our 34 look, right? We're going to go 34 jam, right? There's your 5 on the line of scrimmage. You got a wide 9 act out here. And this is just mass confusion, all right? We're running cover 3 jam. 3-4 jam, cover 3 spot drop is what it looks like to me, okay? So essentially what's going to happen here, though, Preston is out here wide because he's going to cover the flat, all right? And I hate to say it. I hate to pick on him. By the way, shout out to Devondre Campbell for being, nominated for Walter Payton Man of the Year. I mean, you're not going to find a better dude. I hope he knocks the rust off because it's a bad game for Dre, right? But essentially what you've got is Preston Smith's going to help cover the flat out here, right? He's definitely not rushing this wide out when you see him as soon as the ball is snapped. But we're kind of running a cover 3 spot drop here, okay? So essentially what that means is you're going to have bodies moving, but there's going to be one deep, right? But here's the problem. Notice this guy right here. Look at the late communication. I mean, they're already set, and watch him sprint across. And to add insult to injury, watch what happens. All right, they're changing things up. Now you see them shifting. Now you see deep, probably going to be deep here, right? Wrong. What's going to happen is this guy's going to have to motion back over. They're not in man coverage, but he knows if they take number 3, which he's the number 3 receiver on his left side, and make him the one over here, he's got to follow, and now he's going to be the deep guy. This safety's coming down into the box, right? The big problem here, though, in my opinion, you're going cover 3 spot drop, right? The motion creates the confusion, and as soon as the motion clears, you've got a -1 hat count. Watch, he's bringing him over. Now, see the guy who followed him? Yep. Now watch what happens. 19 comes back across. Look at all of these bodies over here.
Mm-hmm.
You're at a huge numbers disadvantage. I mean, look
like
at
inadvertent man on demand. They created man on demand inadvertently.
Absolutely. So watch this. Right? Look who's butt naked. Whose guy do you think that was? Remember, we're in spot drop, right? Now, again, put yourself in Joe Barry's shoes. Do you think Joe Barry told Preston Smith, you cover the flat? And you know what, Dre? You cover the flat too. Let's make sure they don't attack the flat. I promise you he didn't say that and say, let's leave all of this open out here, right? Because as these guys drop out in their cover 3, look, see Dre right here, Dre knows it. Dre's like, crap.
Yep. Right? And another great example of letting Travis Kelce run untouched off the line.
Absolutely. Good point. Mm-hmm. So again, blown coverage, explosive play, right? That's how they're moving the ball. Not bad calls, bad coaching, absolutely. I mean, there's you got to get that cleaned up. There's no doubt about it. So here's the big play that was controversy for old Clayton Bailey on Twitter. All right. This is the one that brung out the trolls. Why are we playing prevent defense on a 3rd and long, right? It was like what, 3rd and 13, 3rd and 18, whatever it was, right? This is what they hate, right? We come out in a dime 1-4-6, okay? Only one defensive lineman, right? You got 4 linebackers, and then you got 6 DBs, okay? That's what you refer to as a dime 1-4-6, all right? Some people kind of refer to that as a version of the dollar. I refuse. I feel like it's not the case, but we can agree to disagree. It's totally cool. So dime 146, we're going shell, right? You can't even see them off the screen. You've got shell coverage back here, right? We're going quarters. This is what I've heard referred to here locally as layer, okay? And I'm going to explain to you what that means. If you've got 3 verts, then your fourth quarter will come underneath and complete a 5 under look. If you've got 4 verts, then you play traditional country quarters where you keep 4 deep, okay? So essentially, it's kind of like zone match, but instead, it's at the base, it's country quarter spot drop, okay? So you'll see here, this is the big play. Pat Mahomes comes up, tosses it over the top, and everybody's going, I can't believe they played prevent. He was wide open. Let me explain to you why he was wide open. Again, remember what I said. 3 verts equals 5 under, 4 verts equals country quarter, okay? So essentially, you've got all these guys, right? Here, 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 and here, okay? That's probably going to be – actually, that may be your fourth quarter look. But essentially what you have is you've got guys who are going to bail out, right? You're playing quarters. You're kind of playing the sticks back here, right? It's probably the look right there if I remember correctly. So if they run 4 verts out of this, all 4 of those guys, you continue that assignment and you play quarters coverage, right? And once they reach you, it becomes man. If they go 3 vert, then you're going to convert to what we refer to as 5 under. That's quarters layer is what I've heard it called, okay? You're layering the defense, and when you make the correct read that, okay, there's only 3 verts, bring that safety down and play the sticks. These guys are going to get deep. You're going to notice these safeties are going to get way back here, right? They're keeping everything in front of them. And essentially what you've got is if you've got 3 vert routes, then you're going to have a layer of 5 defenders playing the sticks. There's no way they should convert on that first down. Oh, by the way, with it being spot drop, with it being, that country spot drop approach, everybody's got eyes on the quarterback. So keep in mind that you're going to see Dre drop back to right here. He's going to be looking at the quarterback. Quay's going to drop back subtle. He's looking at the quarterback. Anthony Johnson's going to creep up because it's only 3 vert routes, right? He's going to be looking at the quarterback. There's no reason for Anthony Johnson Jr., even though he's playing layers, to come up and try to make this tackle. You got 2 linebackers there essentially spying Patrick Mahomes. You're not going to get a better play call. Look right here. There's no vert over there, right? You see the 3 verts? So watch the free safety. All right, cool. We're going to layer underneath. Let's take that away right there. Look. I mean, this is the part where I was talking about. Kelsey's like, crap. There ain't nothing here, bro. They're playing the sticks with 5 defenders until Pat Mahomes tucks it, and then look at Anthony Johnson Jr. right there. Guys, that was not the play call. You got to let Quay make that play, funnel him over. Dre help funnel over as well. Of course, he's got to keep eyes here, but Anthony Johnson Jr. coming up like that, that's a big no-no. You can't just leave that guy wide open. That's how you convert on 3rd and long. And I'm telling you, Twitter blew up. Joe Barry's a moron. Does that make sense, Tim? Did that connect with you?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you, Clayton. I'm there, brother. I see
what do
it.
you think, Emilio? Am I missing anything there, man?
No, I think you're spot on because you have Owens over the top too. So the fact that Anthony Johnson climbed like that, he had another 18 yards he still had to run for. By the time if you look over, Owens will be sitting there in between the hashes, and then he starts drifting over towards the referee a little bit there. You got the man back there. Yep. Why are you climbing?
Well, there it is. That's we found the one rookie that's playing like a rookie.
Right.
And Johnson's raw. These reps are gonna prove to be learning factors for him. And if we're seeing it, he's seeing this too.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. We're not here to dog Anthony Johnson Jr. That's not the point. I'm just trying to convey the message to those people that are saying this was a stupid play call. This was in a situation where it's 3rd and is that 18 or 13? That's 18. 13, right? Is that 18? Okay.
Yeah.
So on a 3rd and 18, let me ask you this, and I'm asking kind of a rhetorical question here. Would you rather on a 3rd and 18 the quarterback have to scramble or throw to an open spot? I'd rather him have to scramble. And that's the mistake that Anthony Johnson Jr. made. It's okay. Well, I can't let him scramble. No, you can't let him chuck that right over your head, Hoss. Mm-hmm. But it's okay. Like I said, it's a rookie mistake. It's cool. And just hopefully people understand that's kind of what the play call was there. And I could be wrong. I could. I'm not the grand poobah here, but that's the way I seen that. That looked like quarters layer to me. But, yeah, and I'm sure other people call it something totally different. That's just what I've heard it called down here in Tennessee with local high school coaching and stuff like that. So it's not quite – it's very rare you see teams run just all verts like that in high school, but I have heard it referred to as 3 verts equals 5 under, 4 verts equals quarters, right? And that has been referred to as layer, quarter layer. So, all right. So now it's 14-12. Trouble now, right? They're right back in the ball game, giving up the explosive plays. I didn't show the tutter because it was just a 1-yard run. I didn't show the 2-point conversion that we stopped because I was kind of limited on time and wanted to make sure we got as many of these plays in as we possibly could. So just understand, they go down. They got inside the 5. That was the big explosive play that made that drive happen. That's what we want to show, the game flow aspect of this, right? So that's how that happened. Now, here's a play that I was critical of Jordan Love, probably the only play I was critical of Jordan Love on. And I'm here to tell you, I'm so happy to say I was wrong because I didn't think down and distance. And I'll explain why here in a second. So we come out here on a 4th and 1, right? You know, I remember sitting here thinking, I don't want them to kick the field goal, Tim, because if you miss this, they got the ball at midfield and they're only down by 2 points. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Part of me was saying punt, but it's like chances are it's going out of the end zone too, or going into the end zone, and you're only gaining, 23 yards of invisible yardage there. So it was a tough decision. So they decided to go for it. You'd like to think you want to try to run for it, but at the same time, this is the trust that Matt LaFleur has in our boy Jordan Love. So they come out in 11 gun, doubles nasty. They're going to go quick motion to bunch nasty, nub right. So he's going to motion over and complete the bunch set here, right? And it's quick motion because he's still moving when they snap it. Some people call it speed motion. Some people call it quick motion. Whatever you want to call it, it's cool with me. So they're going to end up in bunch, nasty, nub right. There is your nub tight end on the right, okay? So as he completes that motion, let's get them over real quick. All right, here comes the motion. They're changing their play call a little bit because of the motion there. Quick motion. We're going switch F flat, 2-jet choice, Y out, T angle. All right, let's talk about what that means. He is the flyer, the motion guy, right? So he's the F. So he's just going to run a flat. We're going 2-jet choice, all right, which essentially means a vertical route and their choice routes, okay? So they can bend these off into corners if they want. Just find the open space, that type of approach, right? And then, of course, you've got the Y out, all right? That's how that's going to play right there. So the T angle is going to kind of work underneath. My dog is scratching the door. I'm sure y'all can hear it. I'm going to let him in here in a second, unless I can text Mandy here and multitask real quick. See if she can take care of. I'm just going to put dogs in all caps. I'll probably get cussed out later. Like, why'd you get mad at me on the text thread? Anyway, all right, that's done. You'll hear scratching.
Lincoln, he's supposed to be in coverage, not biting down.
Right.
Exactly. Hey, dude, you're supposed to be strafing out there, big dog. Chill out. All right. Be patient. Play your assignment. Quit being like that. So with this 2-jet choice, this is that 4th and long. The reason I said I was wrong, I was like, man, I didn't like this because he had the underneath. Watch the angle route to AJ here. Guys, he's butt naked throwing that hand up. That's an easy first down, right? But it all happens so quick. Why does it happen quick? I know everybody's excited about Josh Myers. I am too. But he got his lunch handed to him on this play. The reason that we had to kind of do this chuck and duck play, watch Josh Myers in the middle, and that's right, he's got Chris Jones. He played wide 9. He played 4-eye. Here you see him playing kind of the nose, and he just bullies Josh Myers. Look at that. Like that. That's not the look Josh Myers wants right there. That's not, Mike Wall would not call that good technique. Look like me trying to get a daddy soda out of the bottom drawer in the fridge right there. That's not a good look. So what's the T angle? Again, it's open, but Jordan, he doesn't have time to see that. He's just chucking and ducking right here, right? But this is that play, boys. I just don't understand it. How does he convert that, bro? And again, this is a negative play for Jordan. There's 4 bodies there, guys. They're not looking at the tape going, yep, Jordan, great read. Not happening. But
no, you almost want to think Scoot's the guy you're going to go to over there. But,
absolutely.
In his presser, Jordan, they were trying to ask him, like, what the hell did you see here? Right. And it's like, he didn't tell the truth. The truth is he saw Chris Jones breathing down his face right there. Okay. And he just Brett Favre one down the field. But he said pre-snap, it was something with the read with the safety. He saw one of the safeties, and it made him think that was where to, like, if he was going to put it up, he was going to put it up there. And, this is what we talk about, though. Look at Rome, man. Rome is he's just a monster, dude. And these receivers are making plays for their quarterback now, and that's what you have to do. The ball's not going to be perfect. You're not going to have, plays break down, things happen. And this is a great example of just, Romeo didn't even see that ball till it was in his lap, and he made that catch.
Definitely. Now, maybe what he's talking about with the safety here, Emilio, see the late rotation there? Let's see what happens here. Now, they change it up, obviously, right here. The safety comes up. That's what it was. He sees the safety up, and he thinks, all right, let's chuck this thing.
That's the only read he can trust at that point. He doesn't have time to read anything else.
Yep, absolutely. Right. That makes sense. And I'm telling you, Dobbs, man, there's another angle here. I hope we got it, Emilio. I want you to see this.
It's just an absolute mortar shot. And then Dobbs right there grabs his chest like, I can't believe, did that just happen?
Hey, look at our boy Rashid over here.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, we got some calls, all right? I'm just saying. I don't have a big enough ego to not admit that we got some calls. I mean, he's assaulting this guy right here.
Rasheed Walker, man, growing, man. You know what? That's what you do. You take that penalty, man. You don't let your quarterback get killed.
But if you saw it close, I mean, he's doing the same thing to Rasheed too. He's got a hand in his face, so they're both fighting.
Yeah, very true. Look at Dobbs. Speaking of fighting, look at him fighting for his life here, man. Watch this right here. Chuck. He just keeps going. Now watch his head. He's like, where's the ball? Jordan's already threw it. Look at Jordan's like, I hope he looks up pretty quick here. Watch Dobby right here. Let's go real slow. Watch the moment that Dobbs realizes. Watch, he's like, where the hell is the
shit?
Man.
You love it, dude.
Little mortar shot dropped right in there.
It really, man. It was a heck of an angle. There's no doubt. All right, this is a fun play, man. I'm telling you right now, dude. I got so excited over this. I may have gotten them mixed up a bit. If I did, that's okay. I'll try to cipher out here, right? First of all, as he comes to the line here, okay, they're showing zero blitz. What zero means is notice out here, there's no safeties up here, right? So essentially what they're doing is they're going to show everybody kind of blitzing, which means it's man coverage across the board. You got to kind of cipher all this out, probably man. It may have even been a green dog blitz, although they may have been dropping out too, right? And we'll show what all that means. So you've got zero blitz here, right? Something I refer to as goose. Jordan sees it, and he cans out. What's he can to? I think what he cans to is why protect. He sees these guys and knows we don't have enough bodies to block here. So let's go why protect. Now I want you to notice something else he does. T hot. What is T hot, right? Right here. See him look over? See that little nod? He's looking at the T. He's looking at Patrick Taylor. Right here, he changes the protection. All right, everybody got it? T hot. He's telling the T, Patrick Taylor, hey, look, dude, they're firing here. We don't, even with the Y protect, we don't have enough bodies. So I need you to go hot for me. See how they're playing off right here? He's playing off of Patrick Taylor. So that's going to be his hot read, right? Check this out. They're one step ahead. That's what you call seeing ghosts. All right. You guys remember the famous Sam Darnold clip where he said, I'm seeing ghosts out there? This is what he's talking about. This is going to be a fire zone blitz. I can't remember if it's this guy or this guy, but one of them is going to show blitz, and then he's going to bail out into a drop zone, okay? Guess what that's going to do? That's taking away your hot route, okay? So essentially the play call is going to be, for the Packers here, 24 slot cross, okay? So it's 11 gun empty, safe right, which is Y protect, T boundary, 24 slot cross. 24 is real simple. 2 route is a slant. 4 route is a curl. You've seen this a lot last week. You're trying to get bodies moving horizontally and just throw a timing route to the curl if you need it. And then on the other side is our precious slot cross, right? Which is going to be a crosser with a dig. So you're trying to get someone to commit, but he knows it's zero blitz. What he doesn't think right here, though, is that this is going to be what we call a fire zone blitz in the middle. Watch the backer I just pointed out. This is what throws a wrench into it. Right here, Jordan's looking. He's ready to go hot. Look at the guy belling right here. See him? Now Jordan knows, oh, crap. Can we go to the crosser? You can't go to the crosser because Jordan knows he sets the protection. He helps set the protection by saying why safe there, right? So you got the tight end blocking. Everybody's occupied. So he knows his free runner is that guy right there, right? So with that being the free runner, there's no time to let that crosser develop, right? He hasn't even looked backside to see if he's got any protection over here. So in my opinion, what Jordan was doing here is he sees all this and goes, there's no time to let that dig develop. I'm just going to throw the ball away. But check this out. This is the type of stuff that Jordan Love brings to the table in the way he plays the game. All right. This improvisation right here. He's thinking, I got to throw it away. I got to just chuck it away. You can't go to the crosser. You can't trust it. You got this guy lurking right here, right? You can't take the hot read there on the tee. that he changed at the line of scrimmage. So we're just going to chuck it out of bounds. But right here, he's thinking, you know what? That's Christian. Jordan has the free runner. He knows that. Seen ghosts. We already identified that, right? Throw it away. Okay, yeah, let's just throw it away. But only where Christian can get it. So Christian's running a dig. This wasn't just a fade route here. I know some people probably think it's a fade. You can see when he gets into the end zone, he kind of digs it off, but he gets on the same page with Jordan and watch Jordan just put it where only Christian can get it. Yeah. That's why the guy actually was covering pretty well. I think Jordan was
throwing a guy open, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Throw it away, throw him open. Only where he can get it. This next angle right here really tells the story, in my opinion. Like it just those are the things that Jordan can do with the arm angles and everything. Look at the placement of that ball. Only where Christian can get it. That's the best I've ciphered out of that play. I think that's what happened. He didn't expect the fire zone, right? Showing blitz, dropping into that little drop zone, taking away his hot read. He knows he's got a free runner. The crosser, he didn't feel comfortable with the crosser throwing late across the middle with blitzers in his face. Let's just try to throw it away. Oh, that's Christian. Let me bring that down about 12 inches. Mm-hmm. See if he can make a play on it.
Pure athleticism by Scoot, too. Great body control. Look at the hand position. This is what they teach you in high school, right? That triangle up, catch that ball.
Yep.
And if perfect grab.
I wish I could have highlighted the route a little bit better because you can see him knock that dig off, bro. He just knocks it off. And it's like you can tell Emilio, he's like, crap, there's no way this is going to have time to develop. But, oh, look, there's the ball.
Right? He's in sync with his quarterback, right? You talk about chemistry. There's chemistry right there.
Almost an ear hole kind of shot, right behind the cornerback. And he, split second can't make that adjustment.
Yep. Absolutely. What did 12 always say? If I see the back of your jersey, I'm throwing it.
Yep. That's it. If I see numbers, I'm throwing it every time. If the defender isn't looking at me, I'm whizzing it right by his ear. All right, so here we are, 21-12, fourth quarter. This is the touchdown pass to the tight end that everybody roasted Joe Barry over as well. Remember, they were complaining about the 2-down lineman, right? Right, against the run. Here they are passing on the 2-yard line. Glad you got your nickel in. I think this was a good play call, too, by the way. We're in nickel 2-4-5, cover 3, zone match. Both 34, and there's that number again, 59. Both 34 and 59 go to the flat. I promise you that wasn't the play call. Joe Barry didn't draw it up to say both of y'all cover the flat again. So if you see it, you got to say it. 2 different times, crucial plays in the game. This is a scoring play. The other was an explosive play where Devondre Campbell bit on the flat when another defender was already there. That's the rustiness we were talking about, right? 34 stuck a little too long on this, in my opinion, or 35 stuck a little too long on this, in my opinion, too. You're going to see him kind of clamp on a receiver. He should have passed him off the Savage sooner and helped get down here, because if they did run a corner route, there would have been a tutter there as well, okay? But watch Dre on this play. You guys tell me if you disagree. This is what I'm seeing here, though. Look at Dre and Owens both going to the flat. See it? And all it takes is just a little angle route, and that's what the tight end runs here, right? Again, this is zone match. 35's carrying him, passing him off to Savage, and then he's going to break back off. But I think what the play call originally was, or what the assignment should have been, is right, fading down, carry, pass, cover the corner, and Dre is supposed to sit in this zone. That's what I think it was supposed. It's the only thing I can make sense of the play with. So again,
yeah, I would agree. Do you think Dre was just trying to cover that leak?
Well, the only thing I was seeing differently was how he stepped downhill towards the back right away. Like, I mean, he was beelining it for it. That's the only thing that would show me a little bit more man, but unless Owens just way overplayed it. But I see what you're saying. Like, the way Owens didn't pick up Watson like that, it makes it seem like he was covering flat instead of a man. Unless Owens was the only one that didn't know that they were in man, but then you look over and Quay and Keyshawn are sitting in zone. So,
and the answer I kept coming up with to Emilio, looking at it from that angle, if he is man coverage on that back going to the flat, or whoever is in the flat, he's the only person on this play playing man coverage.
Right.
And the reason being, to me, the tell-all right here is how Ballantyne passes off this guy that he's kind of man-matched on. Look, watch, he's on him, and he passes him off, and look at the end. See, he's back down here now. That tells me it was zone match. So I think it was if and then. And I don't think Dre's if and then was if he goes to the flat, then you attack it.
Looking at that pause right there, it doesn't look like Dre's the only one that looks like he's out of position. We're not covering the 3-yard line. We're covering the goal line.
Exactly. And again, you had an extra hat over here covering the flat. So when you roll it again now, watch Jonathan Owens. Notice what he's doing. He's looking back right now at Dre.
Like,
right?
bruh, what's up?
Yeah. Look, right here, he snaps back and goes, see him? He pointed at his elbow like, did you not get it? Like you were supposed to sit in the zone.
Right.
You'll see it again from this angle. Again, same thing, 34 and 59 both go to the flat. 35 probably stuck a little too long and probably had the corner. They didn't attack the corner, so it didn't affect us in that regard. But look at Dre, just clamp. He clamps. Yeah.
This could be one of those situations we talked about with Jair, like last year, like leaving assignment, trying to sniff out a play. Like maybe Dre thought there was going to be a toss there, or Mahomes was going to hit that leak. Mm-hmm. Like maybe he thought that was hot, and he's like, I'm going to come up, I'm going to blow this up. And in actuality, that's not at all what happened.
Yeah. The only other thing that would have made sense if Dre wasn't at fault, and again, Jonathan Owens didn't look to Ballantyne like, what are you doing? You were supposed to play spot drop, right? If Ballantyne wasn't supposed to go zone match and carry that receiver, that would make sense. That would be his zone. But Jonathan Owens immediately looks around to Dre like, bro, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So
that's like a 12-yard gap right there too in the zone. That's not like a little hole.
Right. Pretty significant.
And once again, we talk about PFF, right, and how significant it is. Who did they have graded really, really low? Devondre Campbell, right? So they probably came up with the similar outcome there. Not the dog pile on him. Listen, everybody's going to be rusty coming off of injuries like that, right? It is what it is. It's just if you see it, you got to say it. That's to the best of my knowledge, I think that's what's going on with that play. So you guys disagree, man, hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think it might have been. I could be wrong, no doubt. All right, so 21-19, game on the line here, boys. My goodness, 9:55 left. We're in a dogfight. Like I said, just a 2-point game. We got the ball 2nd and 16, if I'm reading the international lettering correctly here. We come out in a 12-gun empty T-right smash, Y-post drive, okay? There's Patrick Taylor out here in the T, okay? He's out wide right. And, again, it's 12-gun empty, so there's one running back, okay? You got your 2 tight ends. And it's really a trips look. I didn't specify that, but it is really a trips look. So you're kind of working 2 sides of the field here. What are they showing? 2 on the shelf, right? It's a little late here, pre-snap, but see how they're belling out? What's that mean, guys? Middle field open, right? Mm-hmm. That means middle field open or middle field closed, correct? So let's watch what they do here. As the ball snapped, they're showing a little sugar. Let me draw out the routes real quick. So essentially what you got with smash is it's a sit, and then you got a corner over top of it. What you're trying to do is create conflict with these defenders, right? If this guy's helping cover, you're trying to get them to bite. You basically got 3 reads here, okay? So you've got your sit, you've got your corner over top of it, but then what else you've got is a Y post, okay? So he's going to work the seam and clear this out for him. And then you've got a drive concept, which essentially is a dig with a drag underneath. Now, he'll never get to the drag because the corner absolutely locks him down, jams him up, and he doesn't even get into the drag, but you can tell that's what he's trying to do there. So, again, 12-gun empty, T-right, smash, Y-post, drive. Let's roll the tape. Watch the left side here. See, drop back. I'm going to give you a better angle, but watch him drop this in the bucket. Could have been a better throw, but still a little bit of pressure on him. Got the job done on a 2nd and 16. Right? Now, look at this angle right here, Tim. This is a really cool angle. We'll be able to explain a little bit better as to what's going on with the coverage. All right, so what I'm reading here is if 38 carries, the read goes to 50, okay? So from Jordan's perspective, if 38 carries the go or carries the corner, right, now your read comes to number 50, and what does he do? If he drops, if 50 bites the flat, then you hammer the dig over top of him, okay? That's kind of the read. So you're reading it, you're kind of reading high to low to mid, but you're working one half of the field. Even though they're in a 2-high shell, he's going to attack the boundary right here, right? Now, if he doesn't feel good about what 38 does here, if 38 drops out, then you're probably going to hammer the dig because 50's clamping down on the flat. Let's watch what these guys do here. Keep all that in mind. That's what smash does. 38 clamps hammer, right? He clamps the hammer down, and the corner is a real quick hit. Okay. So think about that. If 38 clamps, hammer the corner real quick. That's the smash concept. High-low read, sit, curl with the corner, and you got to read it real quick. Watch how quick Jordan Love processes this information, man. This is a really good read by Jordan. See 50 Bell. What's 38 do? Remember what I said? At 38 carries, the read goes to 50. If 38 clamps, you hammer the corner real quick, right? Watch 38 clamp on the sit right there. Now you got the corner. Jordan lets it go on time. Could have been a better throw, but still gets the job done. You want to throw him a little closer to the sideline there so he doesn't get crunched, right? And you can see the accuracy is still a little bit of an issue, but look, now we're splitting hairs. Jordan was on fire in this game. Does that make sense though with how you work that smash concept, Tim?
Yeah, absolutely. And Romeo again making a play for his quarterback.
Definitely. And knowing that you're running or you're working that side of the field is because you look early, he knows that he's got the matchup on that side. He's got the number game on the left side of the field, so he doesn't even worry about that trip side. He already knows that his number game is on that left side. Now, all right, let's process that, the clamp and release.
Yep. And again, if that goes sour and if that guy bells, then you're going to have your dig coming across late, right? So that's the other window. Now watch the protection. Here's the problem. Luckily, that's the coverage they were in. He's reading the corner right here. See his head snap? Watch Jordan's head snap to the corner real quick right here. He looks safety, corner. What's the corner doing? Okay, he clamps right there. Look at the posture. That's called reading the DB. He knows that guy's not going to make a play on that corner. Now look at Rashid getting bull rush right back into Jordan. Watch Jordan lean back and just kind of drop it in the bucket.
It's like the third lean back pass of the game already.
Telling you, bro. I hope they don't try to change his mechanics. Let him improve the accuracy. And I understand the footwork. I got you. That matters. You throw with your feet. You throw with your legs. I completely understand. But when you're getting pressured like that, thank God they didn't try to change Aaron too much later in his career, right? Mm-hmm. Like, just let him throw off platform, man. As long as the ball gets there, that's what matters. It's the routine throws that you want to focus on the mechanics. Don't try to get cute, right, with the routine throws. So hopefully that makes sense. I like smash. It's a cool concept. It's very simple. Just pick a half and work it, and you got that backside dig if you get in trouble, right? And, of course, you would have had the shallow cross, but it's a running back running it. Essentially, you're trying to get that running back matched up on a corner just to occupy that corner and take advantage of a linebacker being a part of that coverage fit there. So that's kind of how I seen that. All right, 24-19, you're up by 5, right? 5:20 left. This is our boy. I believe this is the Keyshawn Nixon, right? Yeah. Okay, check this out. Look at LVN, hand in the dirt, right? So you essentially got a 4-3 look, don't you? To me, I would still call it 34 jam. You got 5 on the line. The nose is covering the center here. We're going 34 jam, LVN in the dirt. I just want to mention that because it got mentioned by the media members several times. We're going cover 3 zone match because, why do we know that? Because, and I'm trying to help people understand exactly what I'm reading to determine whether it's zone match or not. If you watch 35, he'll pass off and the will drop here. Okay, so who's the will backer? There's your tight end. That makes LVN your Sam, okay? Right here will be your will. That's going to be Rashawn. Watch Rashawn here, okay? 35 is going to pass off, and watch Rashawn is going to kind of engage, and now he's dropping back, right? He's kind of playing a little will spy here, if you and he's also reading maybe a little bit of a screen look too. Now let's rewind it back. We heard Darius Butler on the Pat McAfee show earlier today break this down. What they're trying to do is a pick. They're trying to run a quick slant, and they want to rub Keyshawn Nixon and then run a little wheel route off the backside. Watch Keyshawn Nixon and how he's grown as a corner in this game. No hesitation. If he hesitates, he's getting picked right here. Check it out. Right here, he reads it. He's gone. He's shooting his shot, bro. He's out of there. Avoids the pick and actually gets to the interception, to the ball quicker than the running back who was out to run the route, man. That was a savvy play right there, Tim, by our boy Keyshawn Nixon.
And what did Keyshawn say? He said they were looking at mannerism film. Give you an insight into how intricate the National Football League is. They literally you see that leg kick by Mahomes?
He said that too, didn't he? Look, he actually changed something right here. Look, Mahomes is communicating. So right. Did he say a double leg kick?
He said he patted his leg, and or something to that effect.
Right at his knee, I thought he said something like that.
He might be doing it right now with his right hand. He may be doing it right at that point, and that's why.
Look at Keyshawn's eyes. Look at his helmet. You can even see the breath coming out of his face.
He turned, saw the
right at him.
Then he looked right at him. Go, I know the route.
Good catch, guys.
Right. And that's where the zero hesitation comes from. And so this is a guy putting in his time in the film room and watching nothing but Patrick Mahomes' mannerisms. He's not looking at reads. He's not looking at sets. He's looking at what this quarterback is doing with his body pre-snap. And that's what tipped him. Because you're right. He's picked out of that play if he doesn't make this read.
Yep. And think about this. The only reason that Pat Mahomes changed to the wheel, because that's what the pat of the leg had to be, is because Keyshawn is playing off right here. If you're playing press, they're probably sticking with the original play. But
it might start to be time to put a little speck on Keyshawn's name in the slot. He's slowly coming into his own here as a slot corner.
Yeah, absolutely. So Patrick Mahomes changes to that little wheel route, the little pick with a wheel off the backside, right? Keyshawn read it. Again, if you could see this, what Tim's talking about, watch Keyshawn's head right here. I wish I had more of the clip. That was wrong on me to not have the entire part here. See his head snap in right there?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He's seen it. He's seen the pat, and he goes, "Oh, I've seen this before."
And he's looking. Look at him. Look at his man, and then he's looking to the outside too. Like, oh, I know what you're about to do. So
he just had to get out of here.
Yeah, let me get out of here right away.
He just had to make sure he took it. His man took the 2 steps forward. As once he turned outside, Keyshawn knew, and he just opened his hips and started running the route.
And if Keyshawn doesn't know, that play works. That's a floater to an open man over there. If you know what I mean, if he doesn't make that read and gets picked out of the play, that play works. And it can be 20 yards up the sideline.
Right, and that's why I said no hesitation, because like if he hesitates, they're burnt. He
like
knows it's got to go.
You see it, you got to say it. That's him seeing it and saying it right here. Like, oh, I'm going out here.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to pick me out of this play.
Yeah, would have had to been Savage tackling him on the 20
right
yards
after a first down, right?
Right.
Yeah, Savage probably wraps up and it's a first down.
Yep. That's such good preparation, man. Such good preparation. Check this out. Remember our old buddy Matt Nagy? Look, he's with the Chiefs now. He's like, Mitch, don't worry about it, man. Mitch used to do this here all the time, Pat.
Oh, man.
Look at Matt Nagy, bro. How many games have you lost in that stadium right there, my buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I don't know what's worse, how Packer fans feel about Joe Barry or how Chiefs fans feel about Matt Nagy.
Yeah. And look at Kenny getting a little pressure there, right? Fighting for his life, being held. That's all right.
I was just going to say getting held the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Look at the hands, dude.
Yeah. And then the toe tap as he's going 1, 2, he's getting possession. He's like, I'm not stepping out of bounds on this one.
Yeah, check this out too, man. You want to talk about flags in this game? Look, Kenny getting held, no call, right? And look at the face mask right here at the end. Watch Keyshawn's face mask. But I know we got all the calls. I got you. You love to see it, boys. Big
even more impressive. He made the pick with a hand to the face. I love it.
You love to see it. So there you go. There's your chalk talk. You love to see. Anytime you go and beat the world champ series, I try to figure out how to work my own program again. Hour and 23, but it was worth it, man. It was worth it. Holy cow, dude. I wonder if the stream didn't go down.
No, it went down a few times.
Okay, I was going to say, man, we had 300.
There are 2 super chats.
Cool. Appreciate that, man. Awesome. Got it right here. Bang. Chris Hand with the super chat. Go Pack Go to all of you guys. Hey, we appreciate you supporting the stream, buddy. And then he said, thank you for this. Curious about our play impact. Yeah, we appreciate you swinging through, man. Like the profile pic too, man. Looks like he's a Duke fan. That's cool. Growing up in Kentucky and them Christian Leighton are absolutely devastating us in the Final Four. We won't talk about that, but anyway, that's one of the reasons why I'm not a basketball fan anymore. But no, we appreciate you guys hanging out in here, man. I know we went long, but again, Chris, thank you for the super chat. I'd love to hit on some of these chats, but some of them are probably already out of here. We got 42 still live watching. Hopefully the stream wasn't too much of a pain in the butt. I like what Reb Mo says here. Still on you, Nagy. Absolutely. That's what I came away with too, man. Poor guy. Can't catch a break in Lambeau. parting thoughts, guys. We're, like I said, an hour and 24 minutes. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me the entire time. Let's go Emilio first. Emilio, you got any parting thoughts? Anything stick out to you want to talk about, man?
No, great chalk talk. I was laughing at some of the comments. Eric said he broke the remote on that one third and 18 play. So, you have that, but hey, it happens during a game. All right. People are going to score, plays are going to happen, but they fought as a team and came together and won it. So that's what we need to be focusing on.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Jake Shavink in the chat says Nixon showing up to class, having done the summer reading. You love it, man. You love to see it. Tim, what you got, man? Parting thoughts, bub?
Hey, I love it. I like Jake's comment right there. We hear a lot of talk about Keyshawn and the term return specialist, special teams specialist comes to mind, and it's used a lot. But I'm telling you, man, he's slowly but surely really becoming, a reliable slot corner. We've seen some breakdowns, but he's a playmaker. Whether it's a kick return game or on defense, Keyshawn is a playmaker. He's a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. And, like Jake just said here, this is great. Showing up to class, haven't done the summer reading. That's right. You do your homework and you combine that with your physical attributes and your athletic ability out there on the field. And that's what happens. So, I'm not saying game ball to Keyshawn, but definitely one of our most improved for sure as the season comes along, because we didn't see this at all early in the year. I mean, we talked a lot about alternative options in the slot. And I think Keyshawn, as of late, is, really stepping his game up. And, it's like Coach LaFleur says, man, you got to put in the work, do the preparation. And, you see the payoff out there on Sunday. So that's a prime example. And like I said, I love Keyshawn's post-game locker room interview when they asked him about it. That's exactly what he said. Hey, I saw it on film, saw it in the game, trusted my read. Look what happens, So kudos to Keyshawn Nixon for sure. Long Beach's finest.
No doubt. Redmo in the chat said that's all preparation and film study right there. Absolutely. Let's see. Omer says 38 quarterbacks have had 50-plus dropbacks under zero pressure. Of those quarterbacks, Jordan Love's turnover-worthy throw percentage is 1.2, third lowest of those 38. That's awesome, man. That's good information there, Omer. Appreciate it. Redmo says, but you are right. He is good at tracking the ball, getting better in coverage. If he can put those together, he will be very dangerous. He's definitely great at tracking the ball. You see him on those punt returns too, man, talking about Keyshawn. I mean, he's just absolutely awesome. Jennifer Wright says, no more knee tapping, I bet, LOL. Yeah, just like baseball, man. They start sealing your signals. You got to put one in their ear hole and change the signs at the end of the game. That's the way that works. Doug in the chat says, he said he picked it up from film. Yeah, that was really cool to hear him kind of commenting on that. So, again, sorry, there's nothing we can do about the stream dropping. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Again, we always try to give the disclaimer on the front side to let you guys know, hey, look, it's going to drop out multiple times, so you can just go watch it as soon as it's done and catch it in its entirety. So it'll be up on YouTube as soon as we end here. You probably should be good to watch it in its entirety right now. So if you want to just go start over and check it out. But we appreciate you guys hanging out in here. We kind of took a little vote and said, hey, would you guys rather us just record the video and post it, right? And I think everybody agreed, no, we'd like at least have the opportunity to come in here and hop in the chat, catch some of it live. So that's why we did that. Larry in the chat said, Clayton, why the difference with the linebacker safeties filling the gaps against the Lions seemed like they were crashing hard? Larry, I don't want to say it, bub, but it's the difference is, like Mike Wall said, 59 was playing over Isaiah McDuffie. Isaiah McDuffie shoots the gaps. And there's going to be mistakes made when you shoot the gaps, but I would rather you make the mistake big like that than kind of play, back. Mm-hmm. That's the best of my knowledge. Again, that's how I read it. I think Tim and Emilio agree. We talked about, like Tim, reminded me that I said earlier in the week, when you got these players coming off of injury and they haven't played in a while, there's going to be some rust. There's going to be some miscommunication. I'm going to play a clip tomorrow on Good Morning Lambeau, where Wildy and Tausch have a conversation with Brian Bulaga. It was just Wildy and Tausch. Brian Bulaga had already left the studio or whatever. But Tausch talks about, they asked him the question, do you think that they're going to play Jair when he comes back? I mean, you got to play Jair, right? And they're like, yeah, but are you nervous about the corners? Tim, we had that same conversation. I think Emilio was on with us too. It's like things are going really good right now for the secondary, and you're about to shake them up a bit. But although Savage, though, Tim, we were worried about that with Savage, and he had his best game of the year, right?
Yeah.
So,
Darnell balled out, man. And like I said, we can talk about the inconsistencies with him, but he gives it his all, man. He's a good teammate and a good player when he wants to be. And it's just good to see him. You could tell he was excited to be back out on the field.
Yeah,
I don't think, that's the other end of the coin, right? You could get a guy coming off of IR, hasn't played ball in a while, and he's, chomping at the bit to go out there and make plays. And, we saw a little bit of that with Savage. And, but there is truth to what you're saying. It's about continuity, communication. It's like any job, right? You're out sick for a week. Someone comes in to fill in for you. There's a little vibe and chemistry. Things are kind of run. And then you come back and kind of takes a minute to readjust. That's just, a life thing, natural thing. But, you want your best guys on the field, period. Right. And, we talk about the contracts and 9 million reasons for, Darnell to be out there. And we talk about John, getting the bag and all those things. But, that's our perspective. We don't know the inner workings of what's going on at 1265 all the time. So who knows? I love Jair. I've always been a Jair fan. And, I hope he gets a chance to play his way back into this defense, in a significant role. I really do.
Yeah, I think he will too. I think some people are rolling their eyes right now going, how are you guys really having this conversation? He played his best game. That last game he played was his best game of the year too. He balled out. So I think it'll be fine. Redmo in the chat said, I don't know anything about content creation, but can he intentionally demonetize individual streams / videos? Then maybe the algorithm doesn't come for them. There's nothing we can do with the live stream. Essentially what happens with live streams, you can't monetize a live stream anyway. Okay. It's after it goes live that it technically, or after the video is done and it clears all of the copyright checks that it becomes monetized. The problem is when you go live, a copyright hit is a copyright hit. It's not a strike, but when you trigger a copyright during a live stream, it automatically takes down the live stream to try to determine, or is he allowed to use that or not? Okay, he's allowed to use it, then it brings it back up. So hopefully that answers your question. That's why everybody who breaks down tape, I think we're the only show that does it on a live stream because they know it's going to get taken down. They just do it in a video, cut it, and let it go. Right. But again, we just want to give the chat an opportunity to communicate and see some of the plays in real time, that type of thing. So hopefully that explains it, but we're way over. We're going to let you guys get out of here. Can't thank you guys enough, Tim, Emilio. Hopefully y'all have fun, man. I thought it was a fun game to break down for sure.
Definitely.
Anytime you come out with a big win like that. So we'll be back tomorrow morning with Good Morning Lambo. Hope everybody has an awesome night. Again, want to give a special thanks to our man Chris Hand for the super chat. Appreciate you supporting the stream, buddy. Everybody in the chat. It said we had over 300 comments, which is absolutely wild.
Mm-hmm. It was going off.
That's what's up right there, man. I wish we could get the number of plays down to where you could fill questions for me, in the chat, Emilio, while we're going live. The problem is we didn't take any questions, and I went for an hour and 20 minutes. So the goal is 10 plays every week, but I'm telling you, man, I get to 10, I go, I gotta have that one. I gotta have that one. That's a cool play. So it is what it is. Anyway, we're out of here, guys. Appreciate y'all. For those of you listening on the pod, thank you for making us a part of your day. As always, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world and go back to that.
The power sweep. Actually, it's the lead play in our offense.
Tell the tackle, take the defensive end. If he's over him, if he's not, you drive down the first man who is inside. Pull back and tell him to take the first man outside the offensive tackle. No one goes. Go right by them and field inside. If the YN has the linebacker taken out, that's inside. If the YN has the linebacker in, he comes all the way around. If you look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here and a seal here, and try to run this play in the alley.